Okay, so this pot has been planted up for about a year with the cute little sedge grass that flowers in the spring. However, it's pretty much looks root bound and it's not really thriving anymore. So I'm going to show how I use my pruning saw to thin this out, divide the plant, and spruce up this pot. This comes in handy for so many things, so much more ways in the garden than you probably thought of. First thing I'm going to do is dig this out. So I'm using a pruning saw to cut all the way around at a little bit of an angle. And there I have the plant. So now what I'm going to do is divide this plant using a pruning saw. So I'm just going to try to part it as if it were hair. That's a good way to think about it. And then just start cutting. The serrated edge is actually makes things so much easier than they would be any other way. Using a shovel for this would really wear you out, and you would have to take it to a place that you don't have to worry about hitting the floor underneath. So, and I can just tell these roots, it's really overcrowded. So I'm gonna cut this again so I can have a couple to put on that side garden. And there, I'm getting 4 plants. I always try to find a natural separation and just follow that. So sometimes it's not always in the middle, and sometimes it's not always even, but each one of these is a new plant. You can keep breaking them apart if you want. You can keep dividing this. Once you get it small enough to handle, you can keep pulling them apart. You could, if you wanted to make a bunch of these plants, it'd be super easy. And this is pretty much how any sedge or ornamental grass can be divided. It's that easy. Now, set those other 2 clumps aside, and I've just kept one over here for me to convert this into a fall planter, or just brighten it up for fall, I should say. We're just sprucing it up. I'm keeping most of the same plants, but I'm putting in some fall color to just liven it up a bit because it's pretty drab over here in this corner. It's a shady spot, and I want to just bring in more color here. And the soil is all compacted right here. We'll smooth that. There we go. I just need to get a little bit more dirt. Okay, now I'm going to go in and strategically remove some of the extra leaves on the mums because this will be getting watered from a sprinkler nearby. And I want to make sure the leaves don't block the water from getting inside there. So I'm just trying to find the ones in the very center so I know that there's a path for water to break through. Tucking these tato vines in there. Off the ones I don't need. Removing any extra foliage in there. Just tidying it up. I'm pinching off some of the coleus to put in the back because I do feel like it's a little tall compared to everything else. And I don't want it to start competing with these mums. So I'm just taking off a couple pieces and putting it right there. Just get a little spot of color on that side. And they won't look good right away, but they'll perk up in a day or so. But they propagate really easy things, or in this case, pinching.